Guys, so one of the hardest parts about doing the 8-step claim process is when you come back down, you've created urgency, and then you pull out your phone to file the claim and they come up with an objection. So we have our 5 most common objections that you're going to get, and then how to rebuttal those objections. This is an area, guys, that we really, if you just use the strategies and the tactics and the trainings, you're going to be a lot more successful, and you'll be very surprised actually how easy it is to actually overcome that objection and have them become willing to go ahead and take the next steps in the process. So watch some of these videos, watch some of these objections and the rebuttals, and we'll get those claims filed, okay?
All right, yeah. So yeah, with these damages, Leanne, it's fairly significant, right? You know, you had this, pretty decent sized hailstorm that came through. A lot of your neighbors getting their roofs replaced. Hence why we're out here from Angie, like I told you in the beginning. With these, we definitely want to report it to travelers, just so they know what's going on. If they have questions for me, commonly they do, like how steep is the roof, is it 2 stories, things like that. It's about a 10-minute phone call. We'll just get this going and then I'll get out of here, okay?
I'm still kind of like in the research phase.
Sure.
Like I'm just not ready because I just feel like I just haven't done enough research.
Yeah. Well, is there any questions that I haven't addressed that I could right now for you to make you feel, potentially more confident about this? Because I'm fairly confident just because I've been doing this so long.
Right.
And just when I see these exact damages, nothing's 100%. It's
Sure.
99.9. But do you have questions that I can answer? Or?
I don't really know what I should be asking, and I like you. I
Of
really
course,
love
of
I
course.
love what you have to say. It's just, I just gotta, hit the computers, ask, some
Sure.
questions to my friends,
Sure.
family, see like
Yeah.
that, and then when I'm ready, I'll give you a call.
Can I ask you, maybe outside of roofing, just because a lot of people don't, think about their roofs.
Sure,
Say
no,
you're
yeah.
like, I saw your Audi out here. How old is that?
2017.
2017?
Yeah.
Or I guess when did you get it?
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What was your research process like that when you're looking for your car?
Oh gosh, it was an Excel sheet actually.
Was it really?
Yeah, my
I can
husband.
tell you're an Excel person.
My husband
yeah.
helped me make it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys like information. You like
Yes.
to see different pricing, different companies, different reviews, things like that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, commonly people get confused in an insurance claim. You said you'd never gone through one, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so people think, oh, I should, call my agent, and then my agent's going to tell me to get 3 estimates. And
Yeah.
then insurance comes out, and they provide a totally different pricing system for it. So when I say what your price is, it's just your deductible, which is $1,000. With some of the other damages that I found, like I said, there's going to be opportunity where your out-of-pocket costs will go down, potentially, right? So the price doesn't change. You can have 5 different companies out here. It's always going to be just your deductible. So because we are a local, reputable 5-star company, I mean, if you were on Google, how many 5-star reviews would you say, this is a great company?
Probably like 100.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we actually just passed over 115. Nothing but 5-star reviews. And we take a ton of pride in that. My 2 owners and why I work here is because we came from a different background and we saw how not all companies run the way that it should for a customer, right? So that's why they want to start Fisher Thompson, and that's why we get all these 5-star reviews, because we totally pride ourselves on customer service. And I know that you just met me. I wouldn't expect you to trust me right off the bat.
Sure.
But all those things that I'm presenting are just why I want to get this started for you. I don't want you to miss out. Actually, what we can do is make the phone call. You're going to have at least a week before the adjuster even comes out. And you could do some other research, and maybe there's somebody else out there that's a better fit, and you could totally just give me a call and say, hey, Greg, I found somebody else within that week span. Does that sound good to you?
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Go for
cool.
it.
Yeah, so let's just finish real quick.
Okay, Thomas, yeah, so considering all the damage I found and everything like that, I do want to just kind of walk you through the next step. It's important that we do at least make a quick phone call to the insurance carrier, let them know what's going on. Do you have any questions at this
I
time?
mean, is that like filing an insurance?
It would be the
like a
process,
claim?
yeah, like I said,
Oh.
I'll be completely transparent from the
Yeah.
get, like, I'm not gonna blow smoke your way. We would be filing the claim and getting the process started. You have a
Yeah.
really good claim here, Thomas, so we just wanna let you know, like, every time that I have filed a claim, I've had great success.
I mean, I appreciate you, and you seem very professional, you know what you're talking about. Probably, to be honest, I would just need a little bit more time to do my research, look up
Gotcha.
some things, stuff like that, and then I can give you a call and just, maybe we could do it after that, but.
Yeah, well, that's totally understandable, I'm just some random guy that came to your door.
Yeah, he just-
Trying to help
he
you
just
out.
showed up today, yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Thomas.
Sure.
What is really important to you when choosing a really good contractor?
Well, definitely I would want somebody local and reputable.
Good
Usually, I would probably look them up, on the internet, do some research there, look at some of their reviews, make sure that they're actually a legit company, and then just kind of, maybe give my agent a call and
Good deal, good
tell
deal.
them what's going on.
So with that, everything in mind and what you're telling me, I do want to give you some assurance. So, we are a local reputable company. We only do work in Colorado. We're not storm chasers. We don't even have a license to work in other states for the specific fact that we want to help our communities out and do the right thing for people like our neighbors, okay?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
we are certified master elite company. That's accreditation that we attained quicker than any other company. There's only like 12 in the state of Colorado.
Oh,
When it
really?
comes to reviews now, we are a 5-star review on Google, Home Advisor, and the Better Business Bureau.
Okay.
We are vetted with Google, and we also have more than 107 reviews. You're gonna see my name all over there. Matter of fact, just while we're out here, let me pull up a couple reviews. Since this is important to you, I wanna show you my most recent review came from actually a gentleman not too far from you, man. He's in Littleton as well, and his name was Michael Ward. And man, you almost wrote a whole novel, brother, but I know you don't have time to read all
Oh,
this,
wow.
but it's 5 stars.
And that's you?
Yep, absolutely, Robert
Okay.
Mays. So, yeah, and like
Yeah,
I said,
that's good.
I could show you, how many reviews we got. We got 118 right now.
Oh,
5
wow.
star.
That
Also
is
an A
good.
plus on the Better Business Bureau.
Okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
times what's really important to like homeowners and stuff is like the warranty and stuff. That's why I asked you like what's important to you, because
Yeah, not so
That
much the
matters.
warranty. I know kind of how warranties work and stuff like that, but it was just knowing that you guys are local and reputable and a
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
company. You seem like a good company. So.
absolutely. You know what? I'm not going to steer you wrong, Thomas. And, I value your business. I appreciate your business. What matters more to me is your word of mouth advertisement, the fact that you're happy at the end of all this, and more than any of the money, man. So
So what
you
would
got my
happen
word.
now? Just
Just
how
a
long
quick
will this
phone
take?
call. It'll take about 5 minutes, maybe even faster than that. We're just going to see if we can get an adjuster out here, and then we'll go from there. Cool?
All right, sounds good.
What
Bobby.
insurance
Thank you.
company you got?
Farmers.
Nice. Yeah, I deal with them all the time, so we'll give them a quick phone call and we'll go from there.
All right, so yeah, Thomas, like I said, this is always an evidence-based thing where we have
Yeah.
a storm date. You can see all the collateral damage, right? That's really bad. It's very visible, and then the damage to the shingles.
Yeah, I see
Yeah, so
worse than I thought.
for sure. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like a good news, bad news. The bad news is you have hail damage. The good news is that your insurance carrier 100% would cover this, all right?
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just in my experience of doing this, time and time again, looking for what they want to see, and it's right there. So
Okay.
I do have State Farm on speed dial. Let's just give them a call really quick because I'd like to report these damages to them so they know what's going on. It's about a 5-10 minute phone call. And I'll tell you the reason. And I know you're a busy guy. You told me that at the beginning. I want them to know who I am, and I want them to look up my company, just so they know that I'm not some random person out here. We're a local, reputable company. They're gonna ask me questions that you might not know.
Well, I gotta be honest with you,
Yeah,
right? And
sure,
thank you
please.
for showing me.
Of
I know
course.
the roof needs done. I really do, man. We have a lot going on.
Of
We're
course.
remodeling the bathroom.
Yep.
We're taking a vacation in a couple weeks. We got
Alright,
the kids
nice.
in sports right now. My daughter's got tournaments
Yeah.
every weekend, man. I just can't add another thing
Yeah.
to my plate right now. So I'm really,
Of
I
course.
know the roof needs to get done. I think I'm gonna wait a little longer until like springtime.
Okay.
So if you could leave me a card maybe around springtime or something like that,
Sure.
go ahead and give you a call and we
Yeah.
can kind of get the ball rolling from
I
there.
know you're a super busy guy.
Yeah.
Man, you got sports.
Yeah, I got
where
a
you
lot
going,
going
Where are you
on.
going on vacation?
We're going to Mexico.
Are you really?
actually, yeah.
Oh man, I'm
Yeah,
going down
family
there.
vacation.
Nice. I'm
Yeah.
going down there with my company here in a couple weeks too.
Oh, nice.
for
Your
sure.
company's
Yeah.
taking you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Great
You
people.
guys
man.
hiring?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, we are actually doing the job.
Oh,
but,
dang.
and so Thomas, I'm actually here to make sure I take care of you, right? Because
Yeah.
I've ran into so many people that try to handle this themselves. And, whether it's just, them wanting to take control or they don't know what's going on. What I'm here to do is to make sure that I'm taking things off of your plate, right? You got enough going on already.
Yeah.
This
that's
gets
what I'm
this
worried
process.
about.
Yeah, this just gets the process rolling. And what I can tell you is basically what's going to happen is that we make this 10-minute phone call. They're going to have an adjuster call you. You can actually have them reach out to me if you want to schedule a time. You don't even have to be here, right?
Really?
Yeah, we work with State Farm so often, I'll probably know the adjuster who's coming out here. And we meet, we do a quick like 30 minute, maybe hour inspection. They're gonna look at everything. And basically they're gonna write everything up and give you the paperwork. So all I really need out of you is an hour of your time in the future. But this is a very important thing because your insurance does want to know if your roof is damaged. We have this very, very small window, and we're 6 months into it. Right?
Why the small window?
So the statute of limitations for most insurance carriers, like State Farm, is that you have to file the claim within the year of a storm date.
Oh, wow. I didn't
So,
know.
and I get it, like we're kind of in the dead of winter right now.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of people that are like, no, I'll just wait till spring. You're a busy guy. I'm sure, the next sports season is going to come
Yeah.
up, right? And then by that point, it might be completely off of your radar. So right now, it's just very important for us just to let them know. And like I said, I'm here to take care of you and make sure that's taken off of your plate. Just because we are a 5-star local reputable company.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go
Okay,
ahead and get
cool.
it started. Hey, Greg. So like I said in the beginning, with these type of damages that we found, we're just going to want to make a quick, simple 5-minute phone call.
Okay.
Get an inspector out here. I'll meet him out here
Yeah.
and kind of get this first step of this process going. Sound good?
Yeah. Well, Thomas, it's just, man, I just don't think I'm ready to do this yet. I think I told you at the beginning I had somebody else come out here try to do the same thing with me, and I think that it's just something that I want to like maybe address down the line, in spring or something.
Yeah.
Just, right now it's just not a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people are busy right now. I mean, it's you got the holidays going on, you got things like that. I'm super busy. We got
Yeah.
family vacation coming up, so I completely understand. So the one thing about it that a lot of people are unaware of, Greg, is that your insurance company requires a certain amount of time from the time of that storm date to file a claim. So what I don't want to happen is, because eventually something is going to happen with those damages. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So whether the roof starts leaking or whether you go to sell the home, I don't want you to have to come out of pocket $15,000 or $20,000.
Right.
We'd prefer to get your insurance to take care of that now while we have this very small window. And Greg, I want to assure you that this is a very seamless, very easy process. We handle everything on our end. We send them all the pictures, the documents. Literally, you kick back, pick out some shingle colors. I do all the rest, and we get this taken care of with your insurance company. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just, I just think like this is maybe more of a spring type of thing. Just like it was really cold last week, and just with winter and weather and whatnot, that springtime, spring cleaning type of deal.
Yeah, and absolutely, that makes sense. And actually, it's actually more beneficial now, because you can get all your ducks in a row now. You can get the insurance company out here, get all the paperwork, know what you're looking at, have the numbers lined up, and then when you're ready to fire away in March, boom, you have all that ready. It's all out of your hair, and we go ahead and get the roof taken care of. This is just the first step.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make any decision, you don't have to do this construction, but it's a really good idea, because what I don't want to happen, Greg, is for you to wait, and then a year and a half later, you're standing in the kitchen with your wife, you guys are cooking dinner, you look up at the ceiling, and you see that yellow stain on the ceiling, and you're going, why didn't I listen to that guy a year and a half ago that told me, let's go ahead and get, and I don't want that to happen. You seem like a good guy, you seem like a hardworking guy. It's a 5-minute phone call, it's super easy, I'll be out of your hair, and then we'll discuss later on the next steps from there. Sound good?
That makes sense.
Okay,
That makes sense.
let's go ahead and get it going.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, Ainsley, so, I just got done with the inspection, and I'm finding pretty much what I was looking for, what we found in the neighborhood, right? So there's definitely significant damage to, like, the collateral, like your skylights, your furnace cap, all the gutters, screens. I even maybe noticed some paint damage as well. But these are the shingles itself. This is really the hot ticket thing of what we want to see. If there wasn't hail impact marks on here, I'd probably have to give you bad news and say you have to wait for the next one. Because of the significant damage of what I found, we want to find at least 6 to 8 hail impact marks in a 10-foot by 10-foot area. I'm finding over 10, which is, it's bad news, but it's good news. Bad news, you have hail damage. Good news is your insurance carrier would definitely pay for this, okay? So really what we need to do is call them, let them know what we found, what I found. They're gonna have questions for me. I just want to make sure that I'm able to accurately answer them. I also want them to know who I am and who I work for. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just not sure. My deductible is like $4,000.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the area we're in. Like I got this house super cheap, but our
course.
deductible is just so high. Like I just can't afford that right now.
And that's a common thing that we're seeing right now is that deductibles are going up in our state. They're changing from the $1,000, $500 that people had to percentage deductibles. So
I just moved here at
yeah,
like $800 deductible, the $4,000.
Moving ain't cheap.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that for sure. Okay, well, Ainsley, what if I told you that I could help you out in the right way with your deductible? When it's State Farm paying for it, they got a ton of money, right? But when it comes out of your pocket, when you have this really high deductible, I always want to try to help people out, right? So with a lot of these other damages that I'm seeing, like your gutters and then the screens and the paint, is that your insurance is going to pay for everything that's damaged. So that's why it's important that I make this phone call, that I'm here for that adjustment, because I'm going to point out every single thing to them. Because I'd like for them to pay for all of these, which they should. And then when you get this paperwork, commonly what I see is like, I have people that are like, I painted my gutters last summer and it matches my house and I don't want to do that. And they take the money that they got from their gutters, which is the legal way to do it, and they apply it towards their deductible essentially. So if we could get that down to a range where you'd feel comfortable, would that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's get them. Travelers, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think it's it.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
husband deals with most of it.
Yeah.
I think it's travelers.
And I'll throw out one other thing too, that we could do for you. A couple things that we can do actually is like, if you have any neighbors that you know, and we do referral bonuses. You seem like you're, in this nice, young neighborhood that you might know somebody. Also, we have financing options. It's a big thing happening right now with financing because these deductibles are going up. It's something that our company specifically offers. You could pay it off in 6 months with 0% interest.
Cool.
Yep, okay, so, yep, let's just make this phone call real quick.
Matt, so like I shared with you in the beginning, with these type of damages, you know, it's gonna be a simple 5-minute phone call, get them out here, they're gonna get you taken care of, it'll be super easy. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pull them up now. Quick phone call and we'll get the first step started, okay?
You want to do that right now?
Yeah, we'd wanna do that today with the damages I found and everything that's going on. I'm here now, they're gonna have some questions for me. Things of that nature, it's best to do that with your contractor, and it's just the first step. It only takes 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
gotta
that.
be honest with you, man. Like the whole insurance process thing kind of worries me a little bit. It's a little bit intimidating, you know. I've just heard some stories from other people, nightmares, things that they've gone through, and it's just like, man, do I really want to take this on right now?
Oh yeah, and I get that a lot. I really do. People are like, oh man, I don't want to mess with my insurance company. Don't mess with my insurance company. And I just want to assure you, Matt, that I do this every day. I work with insurance companies on a daily basis, on an everyday basis, and a lot of times people aren't aware that insurance companies with these type of damages, they actually want to know. It's the reason that you have insurance is because these damages eventually are going to get a lot worse. It's only a matter of time before water starts finding its way in, and then they're on the hook for even more damages.
Yeah.
And oftentimes people are also worried about like their insurance rates going up and stuff like, oh, if I file a claim, when in all actuality, this is considered an act of God or an act of nature. They consider it wasn't your fault, it was out of your hands. And a lot of times people actually save money on their insurance rates by putting a new roof on their home, because if you think about it, insurance company wants new roofs because they know they're not going to have to pay for a roof to be replaced when you have a new, and there's plenty of those options out there, and I'll be happy to sit down and go over those with you kind of when we're at that point. For now, we're just taking the first steps, making a quick 5-10 minute phone call, and then if you had any other questions, things like that, I'll be here to assist you the whole way through. We're going to get you taken care of. It's a super easy, seamless process. I deal with the insurance all the time. You're in good hands. This is super easy. They actually want to know about this stuff. So we'll just make a quick 5-minute phone call and go ahead and get this started. All right, Matt?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
All right, Robert. So, just like I said at the beginning, what I look for is a certain type of evidence, right?
Uh-huh.
So we know we have a storm day.
Yeah, what'd you find?
Yeah. So what I do is first look at your collateral metals, like
Okay.
your furnace cap. Those are soft metals, so they get damaged a little bit more. But you can see, you know, how bad that furnace cap is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Those
chalk.
are-
That's my pink chalk.
Those little
Not the
dents.
best color, but yeah. So, and then if you look at some of the shingles here, you can see that what we look for is the black asphalt exposed
Gotcha.
from a hail impact mark.
Okay, so that's hail right there?
That would be hail damage,
Okay.
right? That's a pretty decent sized hit right there.
Really?
And what I do is I look for 6 to 8 at the very minimum
Okay.
on multiple slopes in a 10-foot by 10-foot area,
Gotcha.
a square. You're exceeding over 10 within
Oh,
this
wow.
10 by 10 area. I actually had to stop
That's a
because
bad
it was,
thing or what?
it's bad in the
Yeah.
sense of that the reason why insurance would pay for this
Uh-huh.
is because over time that asphalt exposed to UV light is going to crack and then it's going to lead to leak.
Yeah, you know what, Greg, man, like, I just heard you say the word insurance, man.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
got
yeah,
a bad
sure,
feeling.
sure,
I've had
yeah.
some bad experiences with them in the past.
Okay.
You know, I even had, been afraid to file claims because I don't want my
Sure.
rates
What
to
happened?
go up.
What happened? If
Well,
you
so
don't mind
like,
asking.
I filed a claim before and they denied it, and I ended up having to pay, like, You know,
Really?
my rates go up, and it happens every time, you know what I
For
mean?
sure,
And like,
for sure.
even my neighbor, I see him getting a new roof, and he had to fight to get that new roof.
He
So
did,
like,
yeah.
I just don't wanna go through that process, man. Like,
100%.
you know, I think the roof is fine. I mean, I know you're saying that's damaged, but I mean, what's the
yeah,
worst that could
it's not
happen?
leaking or anything, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I haven't had any of those problems.
and the
so.
thing is why, you know, do you know how long you have to file a claim from a storm by chance? Or?
I assume like, what, like a couple years or something?
It's a year, but
Yeah.
every carrier is a little bit different. Some say you have to file the claim within the year and then you have another year to get the work done. Some require you to file a claim within 6 months and then get the work done
Oh, okay.
within 6 months.
Yeah, but it hails in here all the time,
Yeah,
man. Like,
for sure,
that's
for
another
sure.
thing that I'm concerned about is I file a claim, get a new roof, and then hail comes that same year. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, to
so-
address your first concern, you know, I think a lot of folks think insurance, you know, they don't want to mess with them, right? You had a bad experience.
Yeah.
You know, in my 5 years of this experience in roofing, Robert, when people get denied, it is literally my job to make sure that I get it approved. Because I wouldn't come out here and tell you there's no damage.
Yeah.
Or there is damage if there is no damage.
Mhm.
I just want to make sure that you're not in a tougher position down the road. You know, I talked about our reviews in the beginning. You know, as you can see, I can actually just pull it up real quick, is that we just surpassed over 115 five-star reviews, right?
Mhm.
And the reason why people are so satisfied is because commonly they're in your position where it's like, I don't want to mess with my insurance, I don't want my rates to go up, like, I know it could be a fight, but at the end of the day, no matter what happens, so many people are satisfied. We got great project managers. I'm super appreciative to be one of them. I want to make sure I get you taken care of. It's actually better for you to get this done because your rates are going to go up no matter what, right? Like your neighbor that got his roof replaced and all these other neighbors. When insurance looks at how many claims they have paid out in a certain area code, they're going to address that area code in particular and say, we have to raise the rates here to recoup our losses, right? Like State
Yeah.
Farm, they say, how are we going to pay Aaron Rodgers? How are we going to
Right.
pay, you know, Jake from State Farm? So they always look to recoup their money. So you'd actually be missing out on your opportunity to get it done for the low rate of $1,000, like you said your deductible was, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I just, man, I don't like the insurance, man. You know, like, and I understand what you're telling me. I just want to be sure, like, if I file a claim, that it's gonna get approved.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
because if it don't, man, they're gonna raise my rates. You know, they're gonna.
Absolutely.
I think they will at least.
Yeah, they're gonna raise them either way. You might as well get your slice of the pie while you can, because like I said, it's for sure there. And Robert, let me tell you, just in all honesty, one of my favorite parts of this job is the people I meet. I can tell you're a really great person. I can tell
Thank
you
you, man.
take care of your
Yeah.
house. You know, you got your family that you talked about. You said what, 7 kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I know.
So at the end of this, just I want you to imagine this. At the end of this, we put your new roof on. I come over here for the final check, and you say, "Greg, I'm so happy I did this.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you guys took care of me." That's always my end goal,
Gotcha.
and that's usually how it always ends up.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm gonna put my trust in you, but
Please do, man. I would love to take care of you and do business with you, and you know, get you a brand new roof.
okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. All right, so Ainsley, with all these damages that I found, you know, it's definitely there. It's always evidence-based. You know, storm date, there's definitely cloud damage that you can see to your skylights, furnace gutters, and then the damage to the shingles. So, you know, what we're gonna do is just go ahead and call your insurance just to report what's going on, just so they know, they wanna know. And then they're gonna send an adjuster out. And I just wanna make sure that I'm on the phone because they're gonna have questions for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, man, I don't even know what insurance we have.
Okay,
My
yeah.
husband literally does all of that.
Oh,
Like,
he
yeah.
does. Okay.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
insurance we have.
Is it bundled with your auto policy?
Probably.
Okay. Is he available? Can we just give him a call real quick?
Yeah, I mean, he's at work, but he'll probably answer.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, do you have your phone? I'll
Yeah.
pick up for you,
Yeah,
probably
he
pick up
will.
for me, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Progressive.
Oh, you have Progressive?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it was a sweet
Yeah,
deal with
yeah.
that home and all
So
that.
you're saying you wanna wait for your husband, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
he just knows like all the stuff.
Okay, okay, no, I totally understand.
I
I
just-
mean, it's a partnership, right? Like, how long you guys been married, or
3 years.
3 years? Awesome. Where'd you get married at?
Back in New England.
Back in New England. You guys Patriot fans?
Yeah,
Well, I can't help you, unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I
Well,
understand. All
yeah,
over this country.
Yeah. So you work from home, right? That's what you
Yeah.
told me.
Mhm.
Okay. So Ainsley, I just want you to imagine, like, you know, your husband Wes, right?
Mhm.
Yep. So Wes goes off to work, and you know he's out the door. It's early in the morning. You go down into your basement to start working. I don't know where you work, but say that you're going down to your basement and a pipe bursts from all this cold weather that we had, and you step on your carpet and your socks soaking wet, and you're like, oh my gosh, a pipe just burst in our basement. You would probably call your insurance right away, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't call Wes and say, honey, what do I do?
No.
Right,
I call them.
yeah.
Get a plumber out here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's the same thing. It's just that people don't get on their roof, so they don't know. Like if you guys got on your roof and saw what I saw and knew what I knew, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I should probably call our insurance. So it's kind of that same thing. If you were to walk down there and be like, oh my gosh, this is a huge issue, we got to get somebody out here, you would make that phone call, correct? So that's why I'm here to help you. It's just to make that phone call real quick and we'll get it all taken care of, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, so Thomas, just like I said, I found this damage. You know, there's a lot here, and you got more than enough to go ahead and get this bought by the insurance.
Oh, you think they would pay for it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and in my line of business, I'm looking for at least 6 to 8 hail hits. It's more than enough there, man. So this will be
Okay.
an easy one. So
Wow.
just kind of want
All
to
right.
walk you through
Yeah,
the
thanks,
next
Bobby.
process. I know a lot of times this is a plan. This isn't just a planned event. It's kind of just us coming out. We're helping you out. We're finding the damage, and then we're gonna lead you down the right path. So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the insurance on the phone. We're gonna bring this to their attention. You know, I think it's important that we do call them.
Oh, you'd be
and-
doing that
and let them
right
know.
now?
Yeah, we're gonna do it together. So
Oh,
the reason
okay.
being is because it's
I didn't know
important that we get them on the phone, because if you don't report it, then it becomes neglected damage, and then later on, if there's a problem, then you're gonna be stuck paying that out of your
Yeah,
pocket.
well, I gotta
So-
be honest with you, Bobby, I definitely gotta run this by my wife first. She's out with the kids right now at practice. Like if you could send me those pictures or something, I could show her, and then maybe later this week we could. Go ahead
Absolutely, you
and
know
take
what,
care of
that's no problem at all, you know, like I'm a married man, brother, so.
Yeah, you get
It's
it.
important
Yeah, you
we have to
understand,
talk to
yeah.
them. I do wanna assure you, you're gonna have more than enough time to talk this over. This is just the initial step that we're taking. You know, you're not like putting anything in stone, nothing's in writing. We're just getting the adjuster out here to show them the damage. You'll have at least 3 to 5 business days before they even come out, and then 48
really?
hours before they even
Okay.
call you and schedule the appointment. So you're gonna have more than enough time. You know, look at it like you got the opportunity right now to play the hero, because you did find the damage. I'm sure your wife was probably like, you know, afraid to like get the roof even inspected, or didn't want to do anything about it. But you see us working out here, we replaced a lot of your neighbors' roofs, and so it's the initial step. That's it, you know, and it's just
So
a
what
5-minute
happens if
phone
she
call.
freaks out about it and like doesn't
You know what?
want me to do
I'm
it or
happy to
something?
talk to her. I'm happy to talk to her and explain everything I have as a professional that I did to you. If you think that I've done a great job out here, then, you know, I'm happy to talk
All
to her.
right, well,
as
how long?
It takes 5 minutes, maybe 10 at the most to get this done.
Okay, yeah, cause I do
Yeah.
gotta get going.
Not a problem.
So,
I'm gonna
and
get
you're
her-
sure they're gonna take care of this?
Absolutely. You know what? With every homeowner that I encounter, the initial fear is that, oh, I don't want to file this claim, or I don't want to call insurance, get them involved, but you pay them faithfully, and this is why your home is covered. So I just want to be honest with you, be upfront, transparent, and let you know what the steps that you
Okay.
need to take, just like your neighbor across the street. We got him taken care of. You seen us
Yeah, I
out there.
noticed, yeah.
So
You
yeah,
seem
we're
to
here
be
to help
happy.
you get a new roof,
Okay.
man. You know.
All right,
so-
yeah, let's go for it, man.
Absolutely.